Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak to you today. I promise I will try to be as charming as the people you saw in that Tasman video. As Colin introduced me, my name is Naveen Chawla. I look after the aeronautical business development for Mumbai International Airport in India. Since yesterday, we have seen many presentations about the branding. I just hope I can do justice to your expectations today. So what should I present today? Of course, the first and foremost thing, I'm going to talk a little bit about branding. What constitutes a brand? Usually, why should, in today's day and age, the airports need to elevate the brand? And lastly, I will show you what Mumbai Airport has done to uplift their brand image and how they have mixed the culture of the country to bring an experience to the journey of the passengers. Before I start, any guesses what is this brand? Anyone? It's Changi Airport. How about this one? Any guesses? Looks like people have not traveled to many airports around the world. Vancouver. What about this one? I'm sure this must be familiar. Munich. How about this one? Any guesses? Come on, this is an easier one. Yes, please. Exactly, New Delhi International Airport. And this one? Mumbai Airport. So what is a brand? According to the experts, we have heard, and the marketing gurus, a brand may be best described perhaps as a set of perception or associations that people have towards a company, its products, or its service offerings. These perceptions are then portrayed through different activities or through different set of medias, corporate identity, and they may be completely outside the control of the company or its individuals. Such views of brands inferred through different mediums could be both good or bad, positive and negative. For example, a positive brand image for an airport could be that it's a key economic driver or a key economic generator for the city, for the state, and for the country. The negative one, of course, could be that it's a generator of noise that affects the environment. Therefore, the company needs to nurture their brands as a living asset. To me personally, a brand is best described in the words of Seth Godin, who says, according to him, it is a set of expectations, memories, stories and relationships that all taken together account for customers' decision to choose one over the other. So what are the key drivers for the airport to elevate their brand? According to ICAO, the growth in global air traffic will be more than 6% in the years ahead. As for ITA, these numbers could increase more than double from just over 3 billion passengers that we will see in last year to 7 billion passengers globally in 2034. Hence, airports around the world are busy reinventing their brands to boost the customer appeal. Why they need to do it? You all know air journey could be very complex. It involves various touch points, right from the choice of making way to fly, to booking, to ticketing, departing, transferring, and then finally arriving at your destination. The seamless experience that is expected by the passengers today is one of the key drivers that is putting the airports in the front of this value chain to revisit their brands. Every airport wants the customer to make a conscious choice to fly from, to, or transfer through that airport. They want the passengers to not only have a hassle-free experience, but also to get unexpected services such as those of shopping, dining, etc. Therefore, the airports need to continue to innovate and serve in their services to ensure that passengers are delighted at all the touch points. The other key driver is, of course, the airports needs to reduce their dependence on the regulated aeronautical revenue due to its declining trend. There is an increasing tendency towards reinventing the brands inside the airport so passengers can spend more time and, of course, money on retail, duty-free, food and beverages, etc. Such non-aeronautical revenues constitute a large portion of the airport earnings today, and it's further growing. Lastly, today's passengers are expecting perhaps the airports to be a destination in itself, rather than just being a standalone service provider. They expect the airports to be well connected to convention centers, shopping malls, hotels, transport systems, etc. Hence, airports are evolving their brands into Aerotropolis that brings all these facilities near or within the terminal itself. So what are the airports doing around the globe? They're streamlining their processes that involves designs, technology, staff, and trainings. They are busy building their offerings so customers can spend more time under their roof. They offer experience that is attractive and provide differentiations in terms of their lounges. They are bringing in more luxury and novelty. They are personalizing their services that could develop customer loyalty and continue to scan the environment to find areas of improvement and create more differentiation through focused approach. So where does India stand in the middle of this growing story of aviation? It is expected that this emerging economy will be the third largest aviation industry in the world by 2020. The per capita travel would increase by 5 times from just 0.025 today in 2032 to reach 0.5. The fleet size will also triple from just under 400 today. So in this growth story, what GVK has done? GVK has created a landmark in the history of aviation industry, not only in India, but globally. With the opening of the new Terminal T2 last year, Mumbai International Airport has created ease of accessibility at the touch points for the air travelers. Has provided the world-class lounge facilities for its airline's premium and frequent travelers. Has developed efficient processes and effective facilities that provide utmost experience to the passengers. It has reinvented brand experience for the customers. And lastly, it has also created unique and a very differentiated product positioning to work with their dedicated meet and greet service called Pranam for the first time in the history of the airports in India that is focused on personalized services to the passengers or to the airline customers. My dear friends, I would now like to take you through a journey or an experience that I'm going to show you about. How Mumbai Airport has created a new terminal that has raised the bars for branding in India and perhaps globally. How the airport has showcased the culture of the country through one of the world's largest artwork within the terminal itself. Let's watch this video.
All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was just an illusion. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous, for they act on their dreams with open eyes and make them possible. This is the story of a dream that became real.
We at GVK believe whatever we are building in an infrastructure, we are building the nation. When we got in the competitive bidding the Mumbai International Airport, it was felt that this is the most difficult project to conceive. This terminal is the greatest example an Indian company can achieve that standards, and we can compare ourselves in any part of the world. All these iconic structures, they are permanent forever for the people of Maharashtra and city of Mumbai. That's why I take the pride to say our dream is to build the nation.
It was a challenging dream indeed. Few realize that the Mumbai airport is one of the most constrained airports in the world. Situated in the heart of a bustling metropolis, it severely lacks one key element of every major airport: land. Our task was daunting. We had to create a whole new megastructure, even as we rebuilt runways, taxiways, and aprons. And all this had to be accomplished, ensuring minimal interference to passengers. Never before had a project of this complexity been attempted. The Mumbai airport bears the name of a legend, Chhatrapati Shivaji. While it was an honor to take the legacy of the iconic leader forward, it was also a great responsibility. We were no longer seeking inspiration from global benchmarks. We were going to create our own. Experience said it was impossible, and reason said it was reckless. Yet, we chose to dream. After all, we were in Mumbai, the city of dreams. A city that has always placed on its highest pedestal the will to seek the impossible. And so, our dream took shape. It was ambitious and grand by any stretch of imagination. But it had to be. For it was a dream inspired by the spirit of India. An India that stands at the crossroads of time, reveling in the promise of the future and yet rooted in tradition. We imagined not just an airport, but an architectural feat that would give voice to the aspirations of a nation. The airport had to do more than just inspire awe. It had to make a quiet but compelling statement.
I always had this burning desire to showcase to the world something which is very close to my heart, the beauty of Indian art and design. When GVQ on the Mumbai airport bid, I had the opportunity to realize this dream. However, it was quite a struggle because there was no benchmark to follow anywhere in the world. I started off with the idea of using the peacock feather as the T2 design inspiration. And art from across the length and breadth of the country as its jewelry. Even though Mumbai Airport had huge constraints, we reached for the stars with a vision to make Mumbai Airport one of the best in the world, which will make Mumbai proud. This was not just any other project for us. This was truly a labor of love.
It is an emotion that will be shared and experienced by every visitor to the new terminal. While the emotion is articulated in many ways, none is as novel as JIP, a unique initiative that celebrates the diversity of Indian art. Like our anthem, JIP eulogizes the essence of India through her art and culture. Showcasing treasures sourced from across the country, JIP is one of the world's largest art programs in the public realm. In the timeless art of India, the modern design of the new integrated terminal, T2, finds its soul. T2 at Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport heralds a new era for Mumbai. As a catalyst of change, it will inspire other developments and allow us all to believe that in our greatest challenge, we find our greatest opportunity. With great humility and pride, GVK presents its dream to the city of dreams.
For those who have seen Mumbai Airport some years back would agree with me that the greatest challenges had given us greater opportunities to improve the brand image of Mumbai Airport, the city and the nation and its people. I would sincerely like to invite you to come and visit Mumbai if you've not done over the last 1 year and see the difference for yourself. It's the culture, the people, the service that it brings together under one roof in Mumbai is an experience that you will speak about and rave about wherever you visit next. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to give me an opportunity to present our airport and my country. Well, that's all from me, and wish you all a very happy Lunar New Year. Thank you.